is on fire!
Hello there and welcome to the channel. I am Midnight, also known as the Midnight Mama, and we got drinks, we got snacks, and we got a whole lot of awkwardness. So come on in, sit back, get comfy cozy, and let's settle on into some Minecraft building and decorating content. Enjoy! Okay, so to give you a bit of a backstory, my little brother had restarted his server, sending me in search of a new base. It really didn't take long before I came across the most perfect crater system that I could repurpose into a little hobbit hole. Now I already have the core of my build done, like the walls and the essential rooms, and actually creating my little enchanting area sparked the whole inspiration to do this underground treehousey kind of a vibe. But I will show all of that off in another video. As you can see, I'm currently creating a bathroom. I put a working shower over here in the corner, and adding the all-important toilet system complete with the workings carefully hid behind the wall. And since I ended up with this treehouse vibe, I wanted to keep the theme all throughout this level, but since it was getting a bit dark in here, I went with something slightly different with the stripped wood. And now finally the floor. So I absolutely love the glazed terracotta, but for some reason I struggle so much to mentally process and remember the direction they need to be placed. Seriously, an indicator would be nice. And can't forget the door because, you know, privacy. And voila, your very own Minecraft bathroom. Okay, so listen, with my usual playstyle, my base would consist of just a bedroom, a storage area, and then an auto farm. So this whole build that I'm doing is the first time of actually trying to recreate an actual house, even though this is not standard by any means. I'm actually attempting to put all of the rooms that you would generally have. And I did look up how other people made house furniture, but I didn't want to exactly copy. Unfortunately, that proved a little difficult for the fireplace, as you can kind of see.
Help! My house is on fire!
And so apparently netherrack is not the correct way to build a fireplace. At least not in a house that contains wood. Noted for next time and definitely lesson learned. But in my defense, I wasn't even listening to the game music. But moving along, we got our entertainment corner made with a big screen TV and a set of chairs that I can actually sit in this server. And then going around with our final little edits of fixing up the shelf, adding in some paintings, added a cute little bookshelf over there, and then finishing up with some flowers. And I had also cured a zombie villager and turned him into my personal farmer. So I wanted to make his space a little bit homey. I made a little bit of a farmer's market. I got some crops here that are very carefully placed behind the shelf, and then tossed up some pumpkins and melons in the corner to kind of add to the whole thing. And now we are to the second level, and this used to be my deposit area for my AFK fishery in an XP arcade that I created, which I might feature in another video. And my storage area is also down here, but I keep that hidden away for the most part. For now, I thought a kitchen would be the perfect way to fix up this old place. And I didn't want to move my stairs, and I wanted the room straight off of them, so time for my favorite thing. Off to terraforming we go. And now adding in some functional blocks to mimic an actual kitchen. And I've always seen the refrigerator made up with an iron block, but I wanted something a little more colorful, and this one reminded me of ice, so bonus. And for the floors and walls down here, even though the whole place is underground, I still wanted it to have some sort of basement feel. And the brown terracotta to me works the best because it reminds me of fancy dirt. And again with the pain of going in the correct direction. Like, I finally get it, but the time it takes me to actually process the direction is borderline embarrassing. But I got it. Yay! So since the upper level is all tree, I didn't want an abrupt cutoff, so I staggered the blocks to give it a more rooted look, which segues nicely into this decaying mossy stone vibe. And you can see I did a bit of fumbling around to make the walls look like they were starting to break down. And then I changed up the stairs real quick so they matched the rest of the place. And making a cute little archway for my pantry. Nothing special, just keeping food separate from my main storage. Now for some lights and greenery, I really enjoy the look of hiding the lanterns in the wall behind the leaves. Last little thing down here, I threw in a formal dining room. I got the warped wood for the floor with a fun chandelier-like creation, and of course more crimson stairs for seating, and the table. And bam, not too extravagant, but it's pretty. So this was definitely unexpected. Before I had the idea to do this video, I already had my above ground built and set, and the bathroom was actually the last thing built. I saved, quit, reopened, but let it sit in-game without recording for a good while before playing. That's when I discovered the server had eaten a good bit of blocks along a chunk border. More importantly, half of my bee sanctuary. When I tell you that I almost legitly cried when this happened, oh my goodness. And this finally prompted me to expand my borders and move my bee sanctuary in case it happened again, which it did, but on a much smaller scale. And the true culprit of the crime is still unknown. So I planted a whole new mini oak forest with a protective border. I did also want an actual entrance to it. Now filling it with all the lovely things bees need, and I was so happy to see that my friend had found me new bees nests. I was devastated to see I had lost them. Now time for all the flowers that we could possibly clutter up this space with and get them stuck underneath every possible tree. And for a final touch, I added a bee monument to mark the entrance, but I'm gonna save that for my grand tour video, which will be my next upload. Alright, so that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video, and my next upload will be a grand tour of this beautiful place, complete with some new shaders. So make sure that you like and subscribe and stay tuned for my next upload, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.